Seriously guys, I need to see someone to cut my hair because this DIY slanted trim bang kind of haircut I tried to do probably wasn't enough, because look at this. It's just like, this side is like not even. So yes, I do need to see a professional to get a real haircut. And I was thinking about if I should just cut my hair in a long bob again. Or how about like a modern day shag with some bangs? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are all enjoying your summer. It's literally ending in about a week or two. By the time you guys see this, it's probably gonna end in a week. Fear not, because I did post a intro to fall makeup look where I used my favorite colors, terracottas, burnt oranges, of course some browns. So if you guys want to check out that video, I'll go ahead and put that right there for you guys. So today I'm just doing a quick glam. As you can see, smoky purpley looks. Literally gonna be trying out some new products, especially these 4 here. So this is just gonna be a quick glam if you guys are traveling on public transportation, sitting at home, or you just wanna get ready at the same time with me, then please keep on watching. So don't judge me, I'm not gonna actually dry my hair yet. I just wanted to spray this in my hair, just kind of let it marinate. I'll probably dry it literally like in the middle of this, but for now I just wanted to let this marinate my hair. Supposedly this is like a primer, so it's gonna help with heat, but I don't know, I just kind of wanted to saturate my hair a little bit. And the fact that it's so hot, it feels kind of nice having like wet hair, but it is getting kind of warm, so let's go ahead and just tie this up. It's funny because I did say I wasn't really trying to film all these makeup videos. I'm trying to film other new and interesting things. And here I am filming another makeup video. It's not that I'm gonna stop filming makeup videos. I just really am trying to steer in a different direction, really brainstorm to see what else I can film. So I'm just gonna start off with the brows. I'm gonna use this brand. This is by Item. This was featured in my last favorites. I actually do love this pencil. You guys know anything in this chubby form, I'm all for it, especially the color. This is a medium, no, I keep saying medium neutral. It's actually a neutral taupe. Very beautiful color. I'm just gonna speed through this because there's a lot more things that's more interesting. So it's kind of funny, I've noticed that when I'm filling my eyebrows, I've been making this one just a little bit more arch just to pair with this one because I feel like this one's a little bit more archy. Archy. I know they say our brows are not twins, they're sisters. For me, it has to be uniformed and like perfect because I feel like it's your eyebrows, they frame your face. Maybe because I've never had like perfect eyebrows, so I try my hardest to make them like perfect. I know they're not, but I try my best. As usual, I'm gonna carve my brows, do this off camera. I'll be right back. So the whole point of this video is that I bought some new makeup that I wanted to try with you guys. Now you guys seen me talk about this item. I purchased 2 new things that finally came out, which is the concealers. 2 shades, not sure which one it is. I also finally got my hands on the Dr. Jart Sunscreen, so we're gonna try this on today, as well as a few other products. Now I have a new lip product. This is by Wander Beauty. I've actually liked their stuff. They, I believe, were based in Canada is what I heard. Oh my god, I'm just gonna rip this. You guys know I love any lip balm serum treatment. So I saw this guy, which is called the Lip Retreat Oil. Don't remember if it's a squeezy tube doe foot applicator. Oh, it is a doe foot applicator. Looks like it does have some color. Slant doe foot applicator. Smell test. Oh, that is a lot of product. I don't know if you can see, my lips are so dry. You can see some of the skin there. Not that smooth. However, I do like how this lip oil has like a little tint to it. This one is called Skinny Dip. I really wanted something nude. I didn't want anything frosty or draws attention to like the dryness of my lips, like the texture. We'll leave this on and see how this goes. I have been in the market for a new palette. Finally got my hands on one. I was looking at the Charlotte Tilbury one versus To be honest, I had a few palettes in mind that I wanted. I'm having a hard time opening this as I'm talking. I was looking at this one, which is by Milk Cosmetics versus the Norvina by Anastasia. And then I was also looking at the Charlotte Tilbury. So 3 different wonderful brands, just didn't know what color scheme I was trying to go with. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I have been a big fan of Milk Cosmetics. I have Milk's Stacks in like a purple shade. I forgot the name of it, Party and something. I don't know. If I can figure it out, I'll put it down below somewhere. But this is such a beautiful color. Those purples, those mauves, has a little bit of like rose gold in there. Plums in here, they are so, so beautiful. Wow. This is so pretty. I can't wait to try it on. Let's just jump into it. Okay, just filmed a look. So these sets of brushes are completely dirty, but I do have these guys here are clean. Also, I will be using these new sets of brushes that I received from my friend. They are vegan cruelty free. The handles are made out of bamboo. So pretty. All right, so my eyes are already primed. I think I'm gonna jump in with the color Last Caress. A nice matte mauve purpley color. So I'm gonna start with this matte color in the crease using a pencil brush, but a little bit more on the denser side because I really wanna pack this in the crease. I want the crease to be really strong and pronounced. Now I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and just blend this out. Having this strong line here also gives me a guideline of where I would want to create the cut crease if I wanted to, so I don't go over too high, just keeping the shadow nice and controlled in the certain areas. So now I'm gonna take the same brush, dipping it into the mean streak as I'm gonna focus this on the outer corners. I actually have the same color in the stacks. It's such a pretty color. So the goal for the eyes today is to have like a smoky purple eye. So this is a good start for the smokiness, and the center will be a nice, beautiful, sparkly purple. So I'm just gonna continue on this side. And what I like to do is focus with the tip of the brush, place the color here, and then just kind of fluff it outwards. Okay, good. So I'm starting to see a little gradient of the smokiness, so I'm gonna leave it like that for now. So I am going to carve the center, so I'm gonna use a lighter concealer in the shade, shade Wise, excuse me. As always, I like to do is clean the lid space with a lighter shade in concealer just to brighten up the eyes for the next color. This palette is so pretty. There's lots of mattes, lots of satins, some shimmers. I'm actually really interested to see how this looks like. Oh. Ooh. Now this looks a little deceiving. Just looking at it, it looks like a pinky kind of color, but it looks all weird. It has like a white base, but also pinky, very frosty. That was a little close under the lights, but you can see it's very frosty, but it's very pretty. She's in Parties, which is the name of this palette. Let's see what this one looks like. It's a really pretty, it's very bricky, but it has a lot of like browns and like warm tones, really pretty. Let's see Lost Control. Very dark. Has a lot of pink flexes in here, very nice. So before we get too smoky in this, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the center part of my eyes. Kind of scary, what are we gonna use here? Let's use a nice flat shadow brush. Ooh, this is nice and thin. I could actually start using this to carve out my brows. Just because it's a little bit shorter, this is nice for the brows because it's very pointy and flexible, whereas this one's a little bit more rounder and I can get a little bit more controlled. This is gonna be my new tool to carve my lids. So out of all these colors, they're so, so pretty. Should I do this, this? Okay, so I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to do. I think I'm gonna use this color because that's the first one that I really wanted to try. And then I'm gonna darken the eyes if needed with the darker colors. So let's just start off with this one. And this color here is called Strange Love. Seems to be very shimmery. Not sure if it has a lot of pigment. I'm being very careful in placing the shadows because it is a very creamy type of product. I'm trying to avoid any extra fallout on my cheeks here. To be honest, I could have used a darker base to have this color punch out a little bit more. Seriously guys, these are some really good quality brushes. My friend didn't pay me to give these to me to say anything. I'm just giving you my honest thoughts and opinions on these. They work so well. I'm gonna find out if she still has these available to purchase. If she does, I'll put that down below. Especially her face brush, so nice. I used this in my last video where I use a cream contour. It blends so nicely. It doesn't tug or pull my skin. It was so controlled in the areas that I was buffing the product in. But again, like I said, it's so soft that it blended so nicely. The placements of the purple shimmer is good. I'm gonna go back to the outer corners with just a smidge of color. So I'm actually going to use Mean Streak one more time because that's like the only matte darkest color that they offer. And with whatever's remaining, I'm just going to carefully go over in the crease without touching the shimmer part because I don't want shimmer everywhere. I literally just want the matte purple in the crease. So I'm just gonna carefully keep my tiny eyes open and just let this glide over the shimmer. And now it's gonna start creating a little shadow. Again, an illusion of like a deeper sunken eye because I have no crease, but just leaving my eye open and just lightly feathering it and bringing it again towards inwards. Is kind of like contouring in the inner parts of my eyes. I know this isn't completely blended, so if you guys are ever wondering why there's like random yelling in the background, it's a gamer. And it's funny because I've been filming for quite some time, but again, like sometimes when filming in front of people or like my husband can hear, I get so embarrassed. I know this isn't completely blended. It's okay. I'm gonna let that marinate. I'm gonna move on to this side of the eye. Same thing, keeping my eyes open and just going across the crease space. Again, trying not to touch the lid where the shimmer is. I'm literally using the remaining product that's on the brush. Okay, perfect. So I have it nicely contoured in the center here. Again, not blended, which is okay. I just see a big difference when taking your time applying on shadows. It's a lot cleaner look. I'm gonna take a clean brush and I'm gonna use the color Last Caress. I'm gonna mix it with Total Immortal. Use those two colors. I love the names of these. They're so fun and different. So I'm just going to mix those two colors because I don't want it so dark, but I don't want it so light either. So again, a mixture of colors. And then this is where I'm just going to feather the rest onto the crease. Again, keeping it from crease and up. Try not to dip into the rest of the colors. And as you see, I'm just gonna blend the rest in the contour so there's not that strong line anymore, and I'll just bring it downwards. And by this time, it's nicely blended. As always, I'm gonna jump into the eyes. I'm gonna put some mascara on, some falsies, and we'll get back to the face. So that kind of sucks. I did get some fallout here under my eyes. I'm just going to clean that up with a makeup wipe. Not too bad, it was just a very little, but it bothered me. And by the way, I'm wearing some e.l.f. lashes. Don't remember what they are called, but it's like the wispies. Again, put that down below for you guys. So I've been waiting to try these on. So I have two colors, 200 and 330. I know, literally opposite ends of the chart, but I wanted to get something light enough where I can brighten and highlight. This looks a little too light. And I also wanted something to conceal, as I always do. Every time I buy concealers, I always buy two shades. One I can conceal and one to brighten with. Online, it's very hard to see the colors. These are the colors that I ended up choosing. Try to use my best judgment. This one here is again by item. It's called Air Hug. Oh, how cute. I really do love the packaging of her products. The top is like orange. It's like a little ombre, just like her brow pencils as like an ombre color. Frosted jar. This looks like a pretty thick type of concealer, like the packaging. So I'm hoping the doe foot applicator is just as nice. Yes, and this is so dark. I was trying to choose a cool toned or neutral. It does look dark. I wanted something I can use to conceal, obviously, not too orangey where I can color correct with, but I guess the color that I chose is just way too dark. I could use this to really neutralize purples, blues, and reds on my skin, but definitely would need to use another product on top to brighten or cancel out. Otherwise, you're gonna see a whole bunch of like dark patches. Since I have this out, I'm just going to use it because I wanna see how this is gonna work, especially with this dark spot. That dark spot does not go away. This side, I'm gonna use another brush. I've actually used this for concealer under my eyes and I love. It really does blend out the product nice and evenly. If I'm trying to do a nice bright highlight, it sculpts my eye bone here and it also gives a nice cleaner look for the eyeshadows if I wanted to have a cleaner look. It's nice and flat, very flexible. I know I look very silly right now, but with this darker color, this is a good example. A darker concealer can really neutralize or color correct a pigment or a spot. Using a lighter color can, but once you blend it out, it just kind of appears again. It did a good job on that dark spot there. The redness, the purples under my eyes definitely is gone. I have a lot of freckles on the top of my nose here, so I'm going to use whatever's left over just to kind of blot it there. But then again, I'm not gonna go in and just powder my face. This is something where I need to use another product to really neutralize it. So let's just look at this color. This one is 200. I'm just going to, ooh, that's a really nice color. This color actually reminds me of Rare Beauty, which is a little too light for me now. I'm just gonna see how this plays out. Ooh. Now, a little goes a long way, as you can see. Just going to go over the peachy color, and now I'm going to start flicking this outwards to kind of clean up any shadows that kind of fell down here. But for today's look, I don't mind if I have extra shadow here just because it's going to be a smoky look, so I'm going to bring that downwards. It's just more of neutralizing that color corrector. So yeah, since this is a darker color, I'm going to treat this as a color corrector and just kind of go over. Now that evened it out so nicely. It neutralized the discoloration, but it actually brightened. This formulation is really nice. It has my skin very dewy, very hydrating. If you guys didn't see my previous favorites, I did talk about the lip product that I bought from Item as well. It had a whole bunch of oils in there, super hydrating. So I won't be surprised if this product has just the same amount of hydration. So this has Carica papaya fruit extract to deliver boost of yummy antioxidants like vitamin C. Really hope that vitamin C brightens my eyes, which it totally did. So those two colors actually neutralized together and it worked in the way where is my complexion. Wow, this stuff has so much pigment, you can actually just use this as a face product. So what I'm going to do is, you see all that redness I have here. I'm just gonna go back in with a darker shade, spot treat, and then add it with the lighter color and call it a day. Whatever's remaining left on my brush, I'm gonna use it on my forehead. I like this product a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna show you another product that I've been using, which is the Milk Foundation Stick. This is in the color Cinnamon. I've only been using this for like 2 weeks tops, and I'm still trying to figure out if I like this or not. Some days it's really warm, some days it's like perfect. So we'll try it again until I actually figure it out. But with this, it's gonna do a light line. The last video, I just went in. So I'm gonna use the brush that I talked about. I love using this brush for a cream stick because it blends it nicely where it's not tugging my skin. It's like so soft and it just does the job. So I tend to work on the line buffing upwards so that way it doesn't get too messy all over. So it can have more of like a pronounced chisel type of look. Now I'm just gonna use powder just to set around the face. Just going back to the eyes, I'm gonna rim the bottom part with the same purple mean streak. The textures of these shadows are so nice. They just blend so beautifully. You just have to be careful with these little shimmery ones so you don't get any fallouts. Now I'm gonna go back in and fill in any missing spots. Let's go ahead and apply some lower mascara. This is a pretty strong purpley look, so I wanna make sure that I have a good mascara under my eyes. I'm gonna go back in with that same shimmery purple and I'm just gonna highlight just in the center here. I guess I should just left the fallouts there. Sorry, I decided to bring it in all the way. For the last color, I'm gonna use that light kind of pinky color, but it looks yellow on the palette, just to place under my brow bone. Now let's dry this hair. To be honest, I actually like this lip product. It has a little color, very hydrating. Love the shine it gives from the oil, but it's not sparkly. It's definitely more matte. And I think it pairs really well with this eye look. I think these shadows turned out so well. They're very easy to blend. Just a side note to be careful when applying on the shimmery colors. They are a bit softer than the matte and satin finishes, that they do tend to crumble a little bit, so you want to make sure to tap out the excess before applying it on, or maybe just use your finger and apply it on softly. I did get some fallouts on my under eyes, but it wasn't a big deal where I need to like wash my face again. Shadows blended out so nicely, very effortlessly, especially with the tools that I was using, with the different types of brush hairs, sometimes with the synthetic versus the natural to the softer ones, or a blend of them. It can have a different effect when blending them out. However, using the brushes that I did have, it just turned out really nicely. Once again, Milk Cosmetics did it again. I'm actually really happy that I decided to get this palette versus the other ones that I had in mind. This one actually has a variety of different colors. I really wanted to purchase a palette strictly in the purples. Trying to steer away from a palette that had like different colors besides just a purple theme, just because I have so many palettes with different colors. It was actually a really smart buy for me. I'm really impressed with all the products I used today. Had a little brain fart because I said I was gonna use this because I finally got my hands on it. I didn't use it in this video, so I will talk about this in another video because I do want to try this on with you guys to let you guys know my thoughts on this. Anyways, I really hoped you guys enjoy this quick glam look of me just trying on some new products. As always, I'll put everything down in the info box. Thanks for hanging out with me and watching my video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!